Hey, my name's TJ. I'm the campus pastor out at Ramona. And today we're talking about joy. And joy is one of those concepts for us as Christians that's so crucial, but it's a paradox and it becomes like a tofu Christian word. It's a paradox because it's one of those things that we experience more and more, the less we're focused on our own joy and the more we're focused on helping someone else experience joy. And it's a tofu word because it just feels like happiness or general goodness. And so as we try to flesh this out today, I just want to establish what it is and why it's so important and precious for us as Christians. Like if you think about a scale and on the bottom you have maybe you're in a good mood, right? And the next step up from that would be that you had a fun experience and it caused feelings of pleasure. Above that would be that the circumstances of your life are just generally going well and it's a fun time or season, right? Well, all those are good, but they're not joy. They're less than joy. They're fragile. They're dependent on things going your way. They can change in a second. And joy, as the picture the Bible paints, is Nehemiah 8:10 says that the joy of the Lord is our strength. It's stronger. It's not temporal or ephemeral. We're told it's a gift from God. And you can experience joy in pain and suffering, in deep grief. It's not dependent on your circumstance. So good God gives us joy as an experience in our life. And one of the coolest things about joy is that we get to share it with each other. And it's not just a task or a goal or serving each other. It's bigger than that as joy shows up in the context of our relationships with other Christians. Like this is how Jesus talks about sharing joy. This is John chapter 15, verse 10, and this is what he says. If you obey my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have obeyed my Father's commands and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. So the picture we get is that the disciples, as they sit under Jesus' teaching, and as a result, they grow and they put these things into practice, something else that's happening in them is their joy is increasing to completion as they receive from Jesus. And then Paul in Philippians chapter 2 is going to talk about the other side of this idea. Philippians 2 verse 1, he says, if you have any encouragement from being united with Christ, if any comfort from his love, if any fellowship with the Spirit, if any tenderness and compassion, then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being one in spirit and in purpose. Now, Paul is the one who's doing the discipling. He's investing in the people he's talking to, and he's just excited about them learning and growing in their relationship with Jesus. And as he invests in them, his joy is being made complete. So we see sharing joy in a way that the giver spiritually experiences joy and the recipient spiritually experiences joy, which puts the onus on us to make sure if we want to experience Christian joy in our lives, we need to make sure that there are people that we have accepted their spiritual investment into us and people that we have chosen, I'm going to spiritually invest in this other person for the completeness of their joy and for the completeness of my joy. That's not dependent on circumstance, that doesn't go away in pain and suffering, and that grows as we just love each other like Jesus loved us. And so today I would maybe invite you to just prayerfully consider, do you have someone that you've accepted, an older, wiser Christian, who you're going to say, this is where I allow a spiritual source of investment into me, in my sin, in my relationships, in my growth as a Christian? And have you chosen someone like, I'm going to invest in them spiritually, and I'm going to choose to take ownership over their growth as a Christian? And then maybe finally, if you have that person, make sure you thank them and let them know that they are a significant source of joy to you.